Okay, so I'm live. So I was testing yesterday some things with rest positions, like blending them on the moving sphere, so we still get no sliding textures, but it looks connected. So I found these type of potteries online, and I wanted to try and recreate them in Houdini, but also have these spheres like moving and blending and that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe something like this. Like this one. We can do that it like moves up and down and it maybe loops. So let's start. I think I'm just gonna do a curve and do what's it called? Revolve. Yes. Wait, let's check if the stream is public. No. Save. Okay, normally the stream is public. Let's see, let's see. Hmm. Oh, wait. Ah, yes, okay, so it's live now. So, yes. So first we're gonna create the main shape. I'm still doubting if I wanna do like something pretty symmetrical or just a bit more random. Like this could be cool, but here we don't really have the blending of the rests with the original position. So, yeah, something like that, I guess. So first create the main shape, scatter some points, create these shapes, make the top. Shouldn't be that hard. So let's go in front view and draw the shape a bit. Something. Trying to look at the reference. I also shouldn't make it too thick because we still need the things scattered on top of it, so that will add some thickness. I can remove this. It's best to keep it as low resolution as possible because I can resample it to subdivision. Um, Subdivide it here, do a poly patch. Oh, poly cap. So then we have this field, triangles fan. I can remove the top one, so maybe delete, I think. And then here, based on the normal, make it very low, 1, 0, and like that. So I guess when we look at the reference, if we scatter some stuff on top, maybe make the top a bit smaller, but then I think it's a good starting point. Yes. So if I then scatter around 30 points, I think, and do the relax iterations as high as possible, also don't scatter on the top part, so I need a group, like an attribute maybe. Right. Let's do it like this. Add mask is equal to a ramp of the rel point pvbox rel fiat p, but also dot y because we want the y position. So here we get the mask like this. I wonder, what is this? Or it's just this, yeah. So here I can just use this ramp to control where I want things scattered, like that. Then use this here, mask. I could also use fill texts maybe. Let's see, point generate. Okay, so point generate. I have a preset here of phyllotaxis setup like that. Maybe also 30 points. It should have a consistent radius. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's this, yes. The height should also just be linear, I think. And if I have this one, I can make it thinner, less high. And I can probably just stick it to the closest geometry by doing the XYZ dist and prim method. I also have it here, so it sticks to the geometry. Let's see which result is better. Copy the points, target points, sphere. Oh. So this one, 0.03, no, 5, 2. So if you combine them, like that, and this looks like, yeah, I like this one more. So we don't even need this. Let's see how it looks if we increased it a bit. Okay, yeah, it's probably a bit more organic than the phyllotaxis, but it's a good result. So this is the reference. You can see the blobs are bigger. Maybe we can make them smaller, a bit more like this. I don't know the name of the guy on Instagram, but he's like known for doing vellum simulations where they like smoothly move in between each other. So maybe I'm gonna try and do something like that. So combining vellum, then converting it to an SDF, get the correct rest positions and stuff. So that's that. Wait, let's do this here. Organize it a bit. Like that. Also don't forget to save. So I guess make this polygon. We don't need too high of a res. So vellum solver, val balloon, and now is the tricky part. We need to move points. Maybe full Texas could be better for that. I would maybe want to loop it, so I move them to, for example, the position down here. Wait, I'm gonna make this bigger. So I move the point, for example, from here to there, and then this one from there to there, and keep on doing that and looping, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bit too hard to do quickly. Okay, but Uh, or we have like, yeah, but below Texas is maybe more regular. Maybe let's first do it with just random noisy movement. So for that I need my points first. I need my mesh, so let's create a null. Out scatter pts. Here out mesh. And here out spheres. So the mesh here, we can create a pop net. We need to have our points, this. Then I can do a wrangle inside here. We just say fiat p is min pos. What do I need? I need the geometry and closest point. So one fiat p, here soap, oh no, second input. And if I then do a pop force with a bit of noise, 0.1, maybe make this smaller. I need to set it here correctly also. All points, first context, only spawn when frame is 1, like that. So now we have the points moving. I maybe also want to do some rotation like this, so I can get the normal of the closest point and do a cross product of that, or just instead of doing it in solver I can create here v at cross is equal to cross from the normal and the y-axis. So like that I have these vectors like that, nicely rotating. So then I can sample this. Wait, let's copy. Yeah, let's just do it here. I can sample my fiat v is equal to lerp. Wait, first. So I need a prim number. I need the UV. I always use a preset, but I don't have it here, I think. No. And then I need to do not XYZ dist is 1 fiat p, I think it's prim and UV. Make this prim. Let's quickly check. Oh. And then the fiat v is equal to prim UV 1 cross prim UV. Okay, so 1 cross prim UV. I can close this, it's probably correct, I hope so. And then I should lerp between the current velocity and this, so I don't overwrite everything. But first here, second context. So let's see. Yes, so it's rotating now. We can multiply this to get it lower. Oh, why is it going like that? Interesting. So maybe just do a lerp between the current V, this, cross, and do something like 0.2. Why is it going? That's weird. Is it also going down here? No, here it's straight. So let's see, maybe do this before. This is correct. Prim, UV, UV. Let's quickly do a check here. Wrangle. Stick to UV. So this is all correct, I think. Wait. Yes. Factory UV W prim num prim UV 1 fiat B. Ah, this. I know. Yeah. Wait. Uh, vector cross is equal to this cross. But why is it going down? It's weird. Like this, it's good, I think. Maybe it's the min pulse? No. Or it is. Maybe multiply this with 101. Now it should. I can maybe wait, vector alt, and then say v at p dot y is equal to alt dot y. So I keep, oh yeah, vector alt is equal to v at p. So I keep my y the same. And now it stays linear, nice. Get v times 0.1. Okay. And then here we need to do lerp. Yeah, basically what we had before. So cross lerp between cross and v at v by 0.7. So now I should maybe the order of stuff. Okay, so first as last the min pulse. So it sticks to the surface. But why is it not sticking? Maybe it's this. Wait. Just to make sure, I'm gonna do out mesh here. Oh yeah, it's sticking here now. Maybe also make the amplitude like, is this a factor? No, it's a float probably. Is it if I do 0 here that it's not in the y? No. Maybe I can just blast or mask. Alt mask is greater than 0.5, no, smaller than 0.5, make it points. So we only keep a certain part. Here we have the cross. But why is it so slow? Cross. Wait, I'm multiplying. It should be set to. Then this. I guess if I said it. Maybe I can make it so some are going left, some are going right. So for that I just need to create a group of these scatter points, but maybe I'm gonna do the full Texas maybe. Wait, so wrangle, legacy presets, radius is consistent, the height, radius, should maybe match size this with this. My node network is getting a bit messy, but here I can scale it, center it, so it's the correct position, and then do wrangle to this. Stick to UV. So now I have these points. Maybe here it's more even. Not that even, but let's see. I think I should just wait. I think the point numbers are pretty good. 1, 2. So maybe I can do a group by range and just create a point group and get one every other point. Ah yeah, we get a cool pattern here, like rotating, so maybe we can do something with that. If I would do, yeah, just keep it like that. So the name, let's just call it girl alter, and then I can use these points. Then if point, if in point group 0 girl other, and then here, what was it? I forgot already. Wait, it's probably point group point number. Oh, okay. So add ptnum. Then we need to say cross times -1. So we invert that vector, and then we get this. Wait, maybe without the force. Why is it not? Let's see. If we do color on that group, grr alter, yeah, it works. But I need them, they're like, okay. So, oh yeah, I should, can I? Yeah, I think I can. Here in point group, it's correct, yeah. Points, we have 50 of the 100. Or maybe I can just say, let's see, add group grr alter is equal to 1, then yes, or no, yeah. Okay, it's a bit trippy because we have the things at the back, but it's working. So if we combine, for example, our original mesh, we can see it better. Okay, yeah, we can try with this. So I guess just do a file cache. Maybe I'm not gonna add the noise yet. Cache pops, do a quick sim, doesn't take that long probably. Okay, so we have our rotation. Yeah, this could also be done with no sim probably, but I can add some force if I want to later. So then I have my spheres here. Wait, like this. Just need to make sure that the p scale is correct. So Wait, I need to clean a bit up. Like that. Then get a wrangle, or was this one? Yes. Time shift, so I get the first frame, then attribute copy, because I need the p-scale of the non-intersecting points. So I can here legacy preset. This is just, I think it's the same code like the YouTube video I made recently. For some reason they're very small. Let's see. Ah yeah, it's because here I have the scale. This can be turned off. And it should not be divided by 0.5, I think. Okay. Ah, it's just here that it should be 1 also. Then yeah, here times 0.5. Not that it really matters, but it's weird that here this one, for example, is not really bigger. Maybe make it all a bit smaller so we have. Or should I relax them a bit here? So I have these. Yeah, this is kind of the pattern that I want. But then or wait, let's try something. No, but I'm still gonna get the distortion. Wait, because I don't like, maybe it's just here. At the bottom. Yeah, I think that's just the issue. I'm not setting my points correct. I need to match size first, scale to fit, yeah, like this. So then I'm gonna get a better pattern here. I can cache again. I'm already live for 27 minutes. We need to speedrun this. Come on. So yeah, we have this. Why is it not rotating? Oh, I accidentally turned this one off. So if I have this, I can use these points to scatter my spheres on, then use these spheres in a Vellum solver with a pin to target, and then use the setup I did yesterday to blend some rest attributes. So I guess yeah, start with this, copy the points. Here nothing is touching. Okay. Then I can maybe peak it a tiny bit. 0.9, oh, 0.05 and minus. And here, Vellum cloth. Then copy this one to pin to target. But wait, first I'm just gonna do the Vellum sim on a basic duplicate points IDs detected. Yeah, I need to attribute delete probably here some stuff. So I can keep only the position. That's I think everything I need. Even though I don't even need to select this. Maybe, yeah, I don't really need anything. I had the P scale. Here, so I can also do this here, so I optimize a bit, but it's not that heavy right now. But so I have this cloth, pressure. Let's first drop them on a grid. Make the grid minus 0.3. So yeah, and let's see if we sim this. Okay. Pretty cool, I guess. We need some more pressure. We need some less bending, bit higher stiffness. Also add some sub steps. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, this is I think a bit what I want, like squishy but not going flat. Is it? Maybe I can make it a bit more bendy and a bit less pressure. I hope the stream is not lagging because of it. No, okay. So still a bit less pressure and less stiffness. Yeah, let's test it this, I guess. So what we have our spheres rotating here. Then we just need a pin constraint and say that they need to be soft so they can still move but match the animation. It's always a bit playing around with these values and also your substeps and stuff. But let's see. Okay. What is going to happen? Ooh, nice. It's going a bit too flat to my liking. I don't like it's going that flat. So maybe increase the bend a bit here. Yeah, I could also do a top net and do some wedges, but I don't want to wait that long, I guess. Maybe increase the pressure a bit. Or maybe lower the pin to 1, make the pressure 5. Yeah, I think I just need some more bounce in the when it goes back, so I guess that's the pressure damping. No, because it's already maybe it's this. But I can visualize the pin to target. Visualize geometry. Looks interesting. Maybe at random. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Wait, let's see. Why is it visualized like this? Is it always like this? Wait. Maybe it's my point size. No. Yeah, okay. I just hate that it's a bit too slow. Maybe I can lower my subdivision 1 more, because I don't really need that much. Then these collide, but I want them to bounce a bit more, because now it's like pretty stiff, so maybe this lower. But it's the bend, it's this that I need. Set it to 100, but then it's like swinging too much. So if I set it to 5, oh, this is a bit weird. No, it's too sharp. Maybe go back to 1001. What can I do? Maybe increase the mass? I don't know. Less stiffness and way more pressure. Yeah, I can test that. Wait. Stiffness, let's set it to 100, and pressure. Yeah. So I think I understand it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's already better, but it's still like going like that too hard. So maybe also the bend, maybe lower the substep so it's already a bit less stiff. I also don't really need gravity, so I can turn that properly off. Wait, let's play it for a bit. Yeah, now. Wait, so forces off. Oh, let's set this to 1. But the damping shouldn't be high if I want like a lot of bouncing, right? So wait, let's first see without the pin maybe. But yeah, no, I don't have gravity. Okay, so here we see it's not that good of a setting. Probably stiffness higher. Yeah, I think this is a bit lower here. I think this is pretty good. It's pretty bouncy. The ray marching, are you playing more of it? I already tested it out in volumes with like, instead of in cops, I use volumes, and instead of volume you ray march, but it didn't look that interesting, I think, or I didn't feel like it was that useful. Mm, but yeah, in cops, I was playing around with some stuff. Maybe, wait, I can show one. It's the same setup. Let's see. I hope I have a render of it. But it was I combined flow simulation with the ray marching, and it gives some cool stuff. Um, where is it? Here. Yeah, it's just gonna be the raw render, I guess. But it's 4K, so it will maybe be a bit slow. But like here, at the end you can see it well. You get like the shape of the smoke, or like the flow solver, and it moves it. So that's like stuff you can do, like manipulate the position more of the ray marching. For the rest, yeah, now because I did my grad work thesis for school about cops, so I have a lot of cop stuff. I will upload it pretty soon, I think. But yeah, I've worked like the last few months a lot in cops, so now I want to go back to subs a bit and test some stuff out. But I'll see if I get something. I'll make some more cops tutorials like next week maybe. So yeah. But these are the balls we have now, so let's check when we add the pin again. Maybe I do need more resolution. Let's file cache a few frames. Cache val. So yeah, when we have this, yeah, I still should make the shapes a bit more interesting than just a sphere. But I think I can start. I also don't have really collision now with the face. Not that it really matters, but Yeah, I really like the more shapes like this. But I'm going sideways, so maybe I should do something different. Wait, let's first see this. You know, it's not better with high resolution, so let's test this. I think it's also the pin that's maybe still too strong. Wait, let's make it a bit softer, 0.5. Get one less substep. Okay. Yeah, but why is it? Should be more bouncy. The gravity, I don't think it matters that much, but yeah, I can turn it off. But I think first I'm gonna use just this sim to do the testing, and then later I can refine the sim if I want to. So let's do, maybe also do the pop net sim with some forces. Let's see, to get some more interesting stuff. Maybe manipulate the shape a bit more. So I'm starting with this, but I think I can stretch these out a bit. Wait, I need a normal. Before I do the, or like transfer the normal maybe. Wait, so here I do the position, also do Fiat N. Like that, so I have a normal. And then when I cache this, I don't know if the normal's gonna be rotating. Probably not. Yeah, no, it's the original one, so this is not useful, but I can do this and get the closest normal for the points, like that. So when I copy, they keep rotating properly. Maybe, do I also need, yeah, should not delete the normal. Field up is just the y-axis. Also don't delete up here. So yeah. Okay, so when we look at the reference, it's like a more interesting pattern. It's like teardrops. But it's like every other has a different shape, I think. Maybe then I don't really need the noise in my sim. But if I would need to make this small enough so it doesn't collide, and I think use some rest skill here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I do need more pressure. also need the rest already here. ID per sphere here, IDX. So I'm gonna sim this, I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly. Normally it's gonna be done, so I'm gonna be back in a second. So let's see where we are at with the sim. It's probably not that great, yeah. I think just the shape needs to be more interesting. Maybe I can just model it quickly. Soft peak, or like soft transform. And do... Wait, how does this work again? Nope. Get these points. Wait. Or wait, I can just do edit. Wait, what's the thing for edit again? Is it this? Yes. Move this, set it here, soft. Maybe should have... What point number is this? 88. Oh, what was that? Huh. I didn't know that. When you press space 1, you're rotating around your mesh. So... Wait, maybe... Get these points. Ah, but it's like only in the edit view. That's weird. Cubic. Maybe a bit more. If I remesh, smooth. Something like that. then every other also needs flipped up vector probably. So the other fiat up is minus fiat up. So they're facing each other. Make it a bit. If I make it bigger here, it's like changing that, so I need a transform. I don't need this high of a resolution. Let's try this first. But yeah, it's like the teardrop shape. I also don't know if I really need collision. It's just a nice pattern that I need. But I also don't know if the movement is like the best thing I could do. So yeah, it's halfway. It takes a bit long. This is something nice. It's basically displacement of an H attribute along the cross of a cross, I think. Maybe you can do this in the next stream. I think it shouldn't be that hard. Because it's not really modulating because you have overlapping stuff, but let's save this. So it's almost on caching. Okay, so it's also going in the wrong direction. Shit. Or is it? No, not really. I'm just gonna use this for now. So what I need, yeah, I also didn't delete my attributes. So I just need the rest, maybe the velocity. Yeah, I can use the velocity for motion blur, the rest, and I think that's it. I don't really need anything else. So basically what I do, I have this rest. Ah yeah, didn't I have an ID, IDX? Yeah. So I can just come here, copy this from my setup from yesterday. I have two rests and I just blur based on the distance. So the first rest I already have. Yeah, I need to convert it first to an SDF. So VDB from polygons. And I also don't want them to collide with each other like this, I think. I don't know if I want it. So what I can do is for each named primitive IDX, but set it to, or maybe just group, or no, I can just use connectivity. So for each connected piece, so then I have all these VDBs. And then I need to merge each one of them with my mesh here. But I also need to give my mesh some, yeah, maybe don't delete this. I can do that later maybe, wait. Yeah, let's not delete it for now, but create the object merge. VDB from polygons, subdivide it. And if I then do, I don't know if it will work, VDB union, does it automatically do it for each SDF? No, it is only one. Does this work? I guess. I think it's just this that I need to do. Also, the surface is too flat now, so maybe we can change this later. But now it's mainly the technical part that I'm focusing on. So if I maybe do a small smooth, not too much, so we keep our shape. Yeah, like this is too much. But maybe can look nice. Then I could just do this without it maybe. But yeah, so now we have our VDB here, but what we can do is convert it to a mesh. Polygons, maybe a bit higher resolution. Like that. Yeah, the current problem is because they're moving in this kind of way, is that we have a lot of empty spots and I don't like that, so I think I'll just change the motion thing of the spheres, maybe just do the noise and not the rotating part. But we have this now, so how do we get our rest attributes on the changing stuff? Very simple, we do an attribute transfer of our mesh here, create a rest, just transfer it. We could do a PC open, but it's not really needed, I think. So if I would create a noise now, using the rest position, make it smaller. We have our texture on it, but wait, maybe file cache the VDB thing. Cache mesh. But the thing is, when the spheres are moving, the texture just slides, and it's always a lot cooler when your texture is not sliding. Wait, maybe I can compile this so it's faster. And what's your that when compiled class? Yeah, normally, no, it's a lot faster. Okay, it's already faster. So yeah, because we don't want sliding textures, we can use our rest position of our mesh here, of these spheres that are static, and mix it with our rest position. Not really mix the rest positions, but we need to mix the outcome of the rest positions, because otherwise we get like a stretch out rests things. So we just need to blend like our textures then in the shader or color attribute and not the textures itself. But yeah, wait, let's see. Let's scroll on Pinterest a bit more. It's almost on, it's at half of it. But yeah, the main thing. Like some of these things. Something like this could also work, probably. But we still need a bit of our original surface to have better, to see that we're blending the textures better, otherwise there's not really a point of doing it, I guess. Okay, so it's almost done. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, so we have this cached. We have our rest attribute here, so when we play it now, we see it's just sliding, it doesn't look special, it's just a VDB with the rest position. So what we do, we get our mesh from here, maybe out val spheres, and I can create an object merge of this, and then transfer the rest from here, but I need a different name for this one. So wrangle, is there attribute rename? Yeah. From rest to sphere. Rest. So that's this. Ah, but yeah, wait, it's pretty big value of a rest position, I think. Yeah, like here it's this big and our original shape is that big. So I can scale this a bit, fiat rest times 0.1. Maybe you can also say fiat p is equal to rest, so we can see how big it is compared. You can make it a bit smaller even, 0.05, and then we have a similar size to most of this stuff. So if I get the sphere rest here, and I would use this for my texture, then if we play this, we can see it sticks to the sphere. But that's one problem I'm having a bit right now, is that every sphere has the same rest position, so it's a bit repeatable, but I'll try and fix it a bit. But as you can see, the background is now not good, so the thing we need is one rest, one sphere rest, and then did I have the setup here? Then I just blend both of them based on the distance to my mesh surface. So like that. But these should be reversed. Yeah, like here I can see which distance I need. Like here I'm saying where it's black, it's gonna use this rest, the other part that. So when I do it like this, then we have this blending nicely, but the texture still sticking to the surface. So maybe let's do a quick flipbook of a close-up. That's one small annoying part of it, is that we need to blend every shader basically, or like texture in our shader, and not really the rest. But yeah, I can see it's not that great of a volume sim. It's too stiff, but we have what we basically want right now here. So yeah, I just need to think how I know how we can give every shape a bit of a different rest, but then we're gonna get some weird stripes. Because wait, let's see. Because I have the ID of my spheres, I can just create. Let's just do it in a wrangle, and I can just, or maybe no, wait. Fiat p, no, rest plus random based on the idx. But how do I create a vector random here? With vector v out r is equal to random idx. This gives us a random vector for every index attribute. Why is it? Oh, wait, here. From 0 to 1, so we can fit 0, 1 to minus 1 to 1. And then we can multiply this with a strength to make it less intense, like this. To create a vector offset of it. Then you can just say v at rest plus offset. And then if you would visualize or rest, you can see that each one of them has a different rests. Wait. It's a bit weird that it's only going in this direction. I would want it to go in every direction. Maybe it's because it's not creating a vector here, but I thought it was doing that. Wait, let's copy this line to be sure. Vector with v at r is just the random part. Yeah, so here it's correct. Maybe it's the fitting that's making it bad. So instead of fitting it, I can just multiply it by 2 and do -1. Right, so if I do offset here, okay, so here it's already not correct anymore. Here it is. So offset times 2 -1. This should center it. Or not. Wait. Yeah, this is centering it. Then we can multiply your offset with our strength parameter. Strength. Like that. So we can decide how much offset each one has. We can do the seed here. We can remove this one. So now each sphere has a different rest position. But let's see, maybe I think I'm gonna use PC open for this. So PC open. It also save it PC filter sphere rest. Like that. Here. Bum bum. Let's set it to 100 points maybe. Let's first visualize it. So this is the sphere rest. Yeah, like here it's very blurred. So we need a big enough thing and maybe sphere rest vector. Yeah, I need to bind it, of course. Bind export. Sphere rest. Yes, but yeah, that's the thing. We get some lines because they all have a bit of a different rest, and here it blends between. You could probably for each thing do it separately, but yeah, I don't know. We can do a small offset, then it's not that bad probably. But yeah, you do get these stripes then. But it can be cool. So let's make the vellum sim a bit better because it's not really good right now. So we can remove this, remove these. So we just have our sphere. Um, or I can. It could be cool if I have just a few other ones going through this. Wait, let's think. Then I don't need to sim all these points. Yeah, maybe it's I don't know if I have it on Instagram somewhere. Let's check quickly. Um, let's check. Let's check. Yeah, a bit something like this. Not really, but like the bubbles. Mm. Ah, yes, it's from this guy. Like these type of things where they like blend. That's a bit what I want to do. Mm. So yeah, and I was thinking maybe if I do only one of them, I think he has one like that. Where it's just like one or a few blobs moving around. So to do that, wait, let's increment save this so I keep this. Mm. So wait, these are my still points, still. Then I need a few random points that I can scatter, say 10 for example. These are my moving points. And for these I do it get and for these I do my sim. I stick to the surface. I really don't need all this, I think. But I do want some of the cross, maybe. Like that. Then we can, so we cache this. Then we just copy all spheres onto, wait, I need to merge this time shift, but before, uh, okay, so here I should calculate what rest length I need for them to be all the equal size. So, because I want them all to be the equal size and I cannot let them start intersecting. So I either do an attribute I just float, don't do this speed scale thing, and I make them all, for example, 0.1, and I, for example, if I want them to 0.05, I need to give them a rest length of 5. I don't know if it's gonna work like this. Let's see. Okay. Do I also need to give the pressure? It fell balloon. Let's maybe start over here. Maybe I also need to pump them like slowly, so that's with volume constraint properties. Here, stretch rest lengths. Okay, so stretch. Yeah, I can just give them equal rest length here. It's probably gonna become too big. Oh no, huh? Ah, yes. Okay, so yeah, 0.01 is too much. So if I would animate this from 24, let's set to manual, to 72, to 5. Stretch, yeah. If I would then sim this, now nothing is happening, and here it slowly becomes bigger normally. No? Why is it not happening? Ah, it is. It's probably just Vellum Solver not working properly. But okay. So then I also need to pin them. But the thing is, I pin them when they're small, so maybe I should give them more room for error. No, wait. Maybe just move this earlier. Why is it not? Uh, let's do a quick file cache. Okay, so let's see. Why is it glitching? Yeah, it's the pin. So maybe I should create the pin only when they are fully grown and then only start moving them, I guess. Um, yeah. I think that's the best thing. Let's see. Yeah, like now they're just flying around. Wait, I need to reset my viewport. Ah yeah, what I can do is I can make them collide with my mesh, but my mesh is, wait, I need to thicken it. Let's see. Okay, so now if I move my points via P is my normal times my P scale, then I normally move them correctly, yeah. So now they're on top of the surface. If you look here, they're not intersecting anymore. Wait, yeah. And when I grow these, I can let them collide with a thicker version, something like this, subdivide it a few times. I think I also need to reverse the normals. Wait, is it? Yeah. Or not, wait. Normal. Wait, let's try this. If I use this as a collision then. It's probably a bit too thick. Well, it can work. So then we have this, and then we have our moving spheres also. Maybe you can just get the velocity instead of pinning them. Wait, show collision off. So yeah, something like this. Then I have some of them moving. Let's see. Because I need to pin them, for example, at frame 70, but yeah. Let's try it with the velocity first. So I'm gonna do a trail on this. Yeah, I need the ID. What is this? This is up, I don't need this. So I get the velocity, central difference. And then I can, for all these points, so I don't have a group. Shit, I need to make a group. Moving. Oh. Moving. Let's cache this. Okay, it's already cached. Okay, so here I have the group moving. 10 points, yes. I trail that, and then here in a solver I need a wrangle, inputs, out spheres vel, or like just out velocity, and then do I have the group moving here? Yeah. Okay. So then I say fiat v is equal to lerp between fiat v point v and at pt num by 0.5, I guess. And then here group moving, input sub, out velocity. I hope this works. Let's see what happens. They're not moving yet. At IDX, I think. Because, yeah, these are just the points, so I need to look to the index, I think. Wait, yeah, now they're already moving. If we let them pump up, I think we should get something interesting. I hope so. thing is, everything is gonna be moving a bit, but oh no, it's not that moving much anymore. So maybe 2 times 5. Why are they now not moving? What is wrong here? Vector BV for point velocity is this times 5. This is correct, right? Yeah. Then here BV. Why are they not moving? So this has the yeah, IDX, the index, and these have the index. Okay, now they're moving. Is it the group that is making them not move? No, okay. Now it's working again. So blow them up. They're still moving, still moving. Now they're getting stuck. So if I would increase this here, I don't know if it's gonna work in real time. Yeah. Okay. I guess, yeah. So I need to increase the velocity for when here 60, so when it's pumped up. So this can be 7. And here it's still 1. So if I would do a file cache now, it should be good, I hope. Okay, it's halfway. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna need to refine the volume sim a bit more probably to get a more interesting result. But for the stream, this is fine, I guess. I also want to do a quick shading test based on the Pinterest references. Okay, it's done. Let's check. Okay. It's not perfect. There's some weird things happening. It's just so annoying that I can't pin them properly. Probably also need more pressure. But let's see what it looks like. Maybe here. If you would add this to our VDB. It also takes a bit to cache again. Yeah, let's scroll a bit more on Pinterest, I guess, while we wait. So yeah, the best would be if I could have them like here packed like this, and I guess these two are moving, but these are still, so they nicely collide all with each other. What else? Yeah, or just random movements, but the movement from now is not that great. And it's the pumping up with the rest that is causing some issues. Uh, let's see, it's almost done caching. I think I'm just gonna use this one as a example for the shading. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. It looks like it's just on top now because then I need to. Can I point transform this? Point deform? Should I just peek my face a bit? Maybe that's the easiest option for now. Do a small peek. Yeah, I guess that can work. Something like this, yeah. It's better than that. So let's cache again. It's pretty slow, the caching of the VDBs, but I guess that's how it is. This could be something cool for cops, maybe, or something like that. This is a bit like differential growth. Yeah, this one. This is just like the basic line differential growth. And then these lines could be... Is it... Yeah, the curve view as transferring the curve view, and oh yeah, I'm also gonna save this one. The curve view transferred to the thing and using the curve view as a sign. Here it's just the distance from the line as a sign, so those are some things. Yeah, maybe in the next stream we can do one of these. This also looks pretty cool. I'm trying to think. It's also, I guess, just lines moving, maybe using a point relax and a pop net, and then just meshing stuff together. Yeah, okay, so the sim is done. Let's check. Or yeah, not the sim, but the VDB. So yeah, it's already a bit better, I guess. This is pretty cool that it comes out. So maybe you can have some different growing ones. So if you do a flipbook of this, wait. Yeah, like now every noise is the same, but if you offset it, you don't need too much. Let's flipbook this. So we can see what happens. So like, oh, we do get a border here. Wait. Is it everywhere like that? We slightly see the border. Yeah, like here we can see it. Okay, so we need to fix that, but for the rest, it's looking interesting. Oh, I have a crash. That's weird. Oh, but it's just the M play. So, where is the thing come from? Is it just... It is because of this. Yes, it's just I had a color. So it was multiplying or something. But yeah, okay, so this is nice. That's already fixed. So I guess we can just use this in our shader. Maybe I'm gonna do dist is equal to this, so we can use this in our shader. And for the rest, is there some other stuff we can do? We could calculate the distance to the nearest thing here. Maybe that's interesting. So saying add this to sphere is equal to xyz dist fiat b, and then I just need my spheres here. And if we have our distance, my control mouse is not working anymore, so I need to restart. It's like a weird bug I'm having. Wait. Is my Houdini starting up? Yes. Let's wait, let's wait. Let's reopen the file. So yeah, the distance is this. If you would make it smaller, yeah. We see that we see our geometry here a bit, so we can subdivide it using loop because it's triangles. Maybe peak it slightly. Oh no. Nope. Let's just keep it like this. But what we can do with this is we can say at cd is sin of at dtsp times 100. And then we can get like lines like this, maybe. So yeah, that's some stuff we can do. That can be, yeah, that can be pretty cool. Can also use the distance as our noise position. Maybe blur it a bit before we do the calculation. So wait, remove this here, say dtsp, then here say this. Yeah? Yeah, this can be cool, I think. Mm. So if we play this, it's pretty slow. I'm wondering why. It's not. Maybe it's the subdivide. Yeah, it shouldn't be that dense. Okay, so we can do. Let's do this here. Yeah, and then we can start doing stuff like this, but for now, out final. Like that. So also delete the color before going to Solaris. And we have this. So we do a sub import, call it ceramic with final material library assigned to ceramic, karma material builder. Let's get our values. So TTSP, rest, sphere, rest, make them vectors. The distance was just D, I think. Can visualize it probably. Yes, I think it's correct. So ceramic. First, let's maybe get some images. We can do triplanar projection from Quixel using some roughness maps like that. Then we need to use our rest, but also do one for sphere rest, and then mix this like that. Base color. Let's first look at this one. Ah, this is wrong. Okay. I should link all these together in a bit. But wait, is the distance correct? No, it's dist. Dist, and then I can use the dist to mix these. Output is here. And these should be switched, I think. Wait, we have this one, and this is not correct because I'm missing an E. And then here, wait, is this correct or not? The sphere rest should be this one. Yeah, and this is the normal rest. So then this is fine. Wait, let's link everything a bit together. This is a scale. Set it to 1 for now. If I want it bigger, I can do 2. Or like smaller. Let's link all these parameters. So I can just copy this setup if I want more textures. I guess something like this. And then for example, I can just use this as our bump map to start it. Normal. Oh, it should be height. 0.001 probably. Don't want anything too intense. Most of the ceramics have coat on it, so we will do that. The specular can be pretty high, this one can be low. I'm wondering why it doesn't look that good for now. Ah, this can use some more things. Wait. It's the rest position that needs more samples. I feel like maybe I can just do it also like this. Here, rest, like that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you go here, I also could use a hex style, maybe. So it's not that repetitive. It's position here, color. This can be linked. Raw, and then mixing these using the distance and then using this. But it should be flipped, I think. Wait, this is the sphere rest. Yeah. This is the normal rest. So yeah, it's like this. Bump map, maybe. Why is it so bright? Is it a raw? Yeah, let's set it to its RGB. Can I? Oh yeah, wait, I will create reference copy, do it like this. So I can change the scale already inside of here. We do have some stretching going on. Where is that coming from? Maybe here we can see some, not artifacts, but some low res stuff. So maybe change that still, like blur it a bit. But yeah, this is the main thing. Also create a quick lighting setup, maybe, and a camera. What are we gonna do? I think a close-up will look cool. Camera. Oh. Give the focal length of something like 85. Yeah, something like this can look cool, I think. 0, 0, minus 90, 0. Yeah. Or area light. Can place it coming from here. Give it a bit more distance. Yeah, we can catch some nice highlights. I can get a better texture for my light here. Something like this. Give it some brightness. Then create another light. Maybe make this more a rim light. Something like that. Need some more width. So I have a nice rim light there. Then just name them key rim fill, and the fill light Place it a bit somewhere interesting. To make it pretty dark. This can be pretty big. Normalize power. You can give the camera some depth of field to really focus on the sim that we're doing. Something like that. Where do we want to focus? Like this. I feel like it's should be yeah. Okay, so we have a basic lighting setup and maybe add some colors into the lights using the temperature. Make this cooler, make this a bit warmer. The fill also a bit cooler. This can be a bit lower. No, wait. The rim can be a bit less strong. Yes. Okay, so we have this here. If you then would give our coat a color, bam, we have the type of ceramic stuff. Now we need some inspiration for what colors and stuff we want, so let's look on Pinterest quickly. Yeah, I had one. Not this one, but there was a blue one. But for that I also need the curvature for like these inside parts. Or maybe ambient occlusion. Wait, where was the one I was using as reference? Or maybe something like this, orange in the inside. Yeah. Okay, so for that we also need the curvature. So we can do curvature. Like that. I don't know. I keep having a bit of weird issues where the curvature is flickering. So yeah. Wait, which one do we need? Is it the convexity? No, the concavity. Okay, so we can import concavity, float, do a mix of two colors, color, mix, nice orange, coat color, like that. Or wait, I see something else here. Maybe make it green. And then this one, a nice blue. Don't make it too saturated, a bit darker. Maybe ramp this constant. This can be like that, B-spline. And here, wait, where are my colors? Yes, okay. So if we visualize it here in our shader, this is what we have. It's still pretty dark. I'm gonna add an environment light only for the reflections, like that. Is it correct? No, reflect. Get a random HDRI ballroom. Maybe rotate it. It gives us some more realistic highlights. If you do a karma setup, change it to XPU, this. We can tap the field, no motion blur, 2 filters, denoising, and split. So here we can see our HDRI, also denoise those. Yeah. Yeah, this can stay, I guess. I don't know if I like the colors that much right now. Should be. Wait. Something like that. Maybe blur it a bit more. So then we can also create the sign thing of our distance. Maybe also use this ramp to get some different roughnesses. So on 4.05, on 4.5. I don't know which one will be which one. So color roughness. Okay, so the blue is the rough one, the orange the shiny. I guess. Don't make it that rough. Okay. What else can we do? Oh yeah, so the sign thing, so sine the sinus and then multiply this with a large value. Then we could do a max on this. Like that. Let's see what we get. Okay. Thing is I need sine is from -1 to 1, so I need to fit it. But then I also need to ramp it because I don't want that much of orange to make the transition a bit smoother. Wait. Basically, this is what I need. Maybe I can just even do that instead of wait, like that, that. The lines are a bit too thin now. I could also modulate on it. Let's see. Not on the sin, but on this. I only need like 100. Then we get this. We could use this as a bump. So let's do a bump of the modulo. Set it to the code normal. But also it's 0.005. Wait, so I need some space. I need this as my color and roughness. Then this as my modulo. Yeah, this is a bump. Maybe ramp it. Something like this, so it's smoother. Thing is, you will not get displacement. Maybe you should get some displacement. I still think it's too dark, so let's do the key. Oh. Yeah. Something like that. I like the stripes, but it should not just be bump, it should be the materials mixing, I think. Yeah, I don't know. What else can we do? We can do some more texturing on this part, maybe. So create some noises using the rest position of the sphere, then doing a mix here based on the distance, mixing it with the unified noise. Okay, so black is this. But why is it black and white? I need the colors. So maybe combine 3, make it the color, or just ramp it. Ramp constant. And instead of mixing, yeah, wait, I could color correct this based on, wait, mixing these based on the noise, and then this here. So what I'm doing here is changing the saturation, the hue maybe a bit. And here I'm only doing it there, so let's see what the material looks like. Probably not that good. Already gonna add some fractal. What else? What else? I just need some better inspiration, I guess, but I almost have to leave. So is there anything else you can quickly do? Maybe instead of this Worley with low jitter, what does it look like? Then ramp this. Yeah, we can give it some dots if we want to. And then we can use these dots as some bump as well. This is getting really messy. So bump, but I need to flip it. Height, I want it in the quotes normal. like that. And scale, maybe use the okay, let's see. Not that amazing. Something like that, but the color should just be orange. So, um, yeah, we're starting to get there. Ah, but yeah, we have these. Some are very distorted now. But I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. We saw some interesting stuff. The blending of rest attributes and stuff. It's cool that we have these dots on the dots. Maybe we can make them a bit smaller. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on this piece a bit more later, maybe tomorrow. Uh, ooh, this is a very cool one I see now on Pinterest. I really like the black and the blue, so maybe that's something we can try later, but yeah, I think for now it's not bad, but it could be better. How long did I stream? 2 hours? In 2 hours, it's pretty good, I would say. It's also cool that the sign thing is there. Uh, yeah, maybe I can also wait. One quick thing I want to test is instead of adding position, I just rotate it with a random matrix. So matrix rent is equal to ident, but rent rotate rent by let's just create a vector axis is rent at edx. So we rotate along a random axis, but first we need an angle, and the angle angle is also just a random angle, and it's random at edx small something. I fit it from 0 to 1 to minus pi to pi, so we have it in radians, and then we can do v at p, no, v at rest times rent, but equal like that. And here I need a comma. So if I visualize it here, now we're also rotating them normally. Wait, maybe. Ah, yeah, they are rotating, I think. Yeah, okay, so they are rotating. Could also scale them a bit randomly, but do a bit of offset. Okay, yeah, they are rotating randomly. I wonder if the axis, but it's stretching it. Okay, so no. Maybe normalize it. Okay, yeah. So then here we'll maybe have a bit more variation. Maybe I can make this a bit less strong. Wait, where is it? Here. 2, 2, 5. And then maybe we will have a bit less stretching. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna do some more look dev later, maybe tonight. It's not bad, it's pretty cool, I think. Especially now it's just still, but when it's moving. Yeah, I also need to make the Vellum sim maybe a bit better. But yeah, it's cool. So thanks for watching if you watched, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.